Hello everybody, Camelia here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new sewing magazine flip through. And who knows, maybe you're waiting for this one. I know it's a little bit late in the month, but today we have the latest Knip Mode magazine, issue April 2024. So issue 4. And of course, if you are a little bit known with Knip Mode magazine, you'll find already all their patterns. They're already on their website. I'll put a link in the video description. Please, please, please don't forget to give thumbs up to this video. It's very, very important. So let's take a look. I will say from the beginning that there are some really great patterns in this magazine, and in my next video you'll see the one that I made. Of course, I'm going to tell you about it a little bit also in this video. So let's take a look. You have the cover dress, spring fashion, if you know Dutch a little bit. Some really pretty colors, and I really love the fabric in this dress. So let's take a look. The editor of the magazine is talking about spring blue and lime. Some really nice colors. You can see here a little bit of an overview of the patterns. And of course there are also some kids sewing patterns. As you might know, they stopped their kids magazine, separate magazine, Knip Kids, and now they put in this one we get some kids patterns. So the first pattern, we have an off-the-shoulder top here, really easy to make, of course, with some elastic at the neckline. I think you could actually easily make this one as with two sleeves. Just use half of the back and front, and then use the sleeve on both. You could even wear it as an off shoulder on both sides. A very, very easy cotton top to make here. Then you have the dress here, and you'll see some of the details of this dress. They're also used in the cover dress, this one here. But this one here is a little bit more simplified. You have, let's see, is a wrap dress, a true wrap dress. You have some gathers here under the bust in the front, I suppose, in both sides, and also some gathering in the back. From what I see here in the drawing, there are darts in the back and also in the front here. I think this is a pretty easy dress to make. The armholes are finished with some bands, and in this case they only tack the bands at the underarm and here the shoulder, but from my experience these are always the best just to top stitch them on, because like that you know that they are not going to flip open, you know, when it's windy or something like that. And for this one they used polyester, printed polyester, but of course this will work really, really nicely in viscose challis, you know, like the Minerva types, or any kind of viscose. I think this will work really, really beautifully. Next pattern we have blouse jacket, they call it here. I think it has some really nice details. Of course it will be a perfect transitional piece. This one they made it in a summer tweed, they call it here. I think it will work nicely even in a linen, or in maybe in a denim also, with some nice wide welt pockets here. I think there are some really nice details in this one. Then we have the pants here, and these ones they have a little bit like a paper bag waist. There is a high waist on these ones, with a pocket in the back and some pleats that there are some just here about at the waist. And as you can see, there are some grommets worked in here, where this little drawstring is going in and out, like a, you know, like an extra detail. The pants are made, let's see what they use for the pants. A boucle. It's a 100% cotton, I guess, but I suppose could be made in a variety of fabrics, and I think later in the magazine they made it also in a denim. Then we have a really interesting dress, and I really want to see this dress made up, maybe by one of the influencers or whatever, by someone else. This is a dress. I think the fabric is really important in this one. Must be a little bit drapey, not too heavy, because there is a lot of room. This belt that you see here is going inside the dress. So on the back you have just the flowy back, but the front is getting tied up by the belt. You need to look really good to see it here, but so the belt is on the back, you have no belt, it's really loose, and as you can see it's a very drop shoulder. I will say that probably the mobility in this dress will be a little bit lesser, because of course this one is so dropped, your armhole is starting somewhere here at the waist. So that is something to keep in mind. I don't think you can really wear a jacket or something like that over a dress like this. But nevertheless, it's a really pretty dress, and in a viscose or something like this, I think it will look really nice. Then we have again the blue top that was earlier made in cotton. Here they used linen for it. Very easy to make. We have the pants. I really like these pants. These ones are made, let's see what they used for these pants. They used also, here is also a tweed used. So these ones are made for non-stretch fabrics, I suppose. Of course you could use some stretch fabrics for a little bit of extra comfort, but you should really, anyway, you need to make a 12 for this. And you cannot see for all the patterns all the details here, but if you look on their website you will see front and backs almost for all of them, so a little bit extra pictures than what you get in the magazine, of course. Then we have the pretty dress from the cover, and this one has some really great details. It has a cut on tie here on the, let me think, on the right side, and a sewn in tie here on the left side. Very interesting how it's made. There is some shirring in the back, and for the back they used 2 pieces of 3 cm wide shirring elastic. And I'm going to stand up to show it to you because I have it here. If you wonder what is that, oops, get me back on my chair. This is what they used in the magazine. They used 2 strips of this elastic. This is the shirring elastic, so I think you can see here. So they used 2 strips. They put them together. You just sew them together here to make a really wide strip, and then they use it for the back here. I'm going to say it now. I made the dress. It's a gorgeous dress, and if you are following me on Instagram or on my Minerva Minerva page, you will see already this dress. It's just gorgeous. And I used for my shirring, I used only 1 piece of 3 cm because I have the feeling that this is looking really wide. You'll see it later in the magazine. Also here they used the same as in the previous in the wrap dress. They used the bands, and as you can see they are flaring up just a little bit here at the shoulder. Top stitching is the great tip on this one. This dress has also some slits on the sides, and the pattern is you get in the magazine. You need to lengthen it up by 40 centimeters, and I must say that I did that on my dress. I'm a little bit shorter than the models here, and to give you an idea, this model is 1 meter 80. The pattern is drafted for 172, so you can imagine that on me is much longer. But I really like it because having these side slits here are compensating a little bit the longer length. It's just a perfect dress. Only for this pattern I will buy the magazine. Then we have here another really pretty pattern. They call this a camp shirt, I suppose. I cannot remember anymore. But it's a pretty blouse. This one is made in, I suppose, this is a viscose here, and I'm not sure if this is the same blouse. Might be. Let's see if we can find what is that. This is an orange satin, and the pants from earlier, as you see here, they used what is this? I think it's a denim. I cannot find it. No, I cannot find. Oh, it's a denim, yeah, duh. This is a denim here, and they are also looking really nice. I'm not so much anymore in this paperback style pants anymore. You know, I have a few. I don't wear them as much as I wanted, but I can appreciate the nice detail here on the leg. What do we have next? Next we have a top, interesting top, I suppose. Also on this one there is a pretty low cut on the armhole, but it will work I think very nicely with camisole underneath. Take a sip of my coffee that is getting cold. I didn't make this one. I'm not sure what is the construction of it. It's looking really interesting. Then we have here the dress from earlier, made in that bubble green cotton. Here is made in just polyester with a little bit of elastane. The stretch factor in this pattern is not really important because there is a lot of room in this one. And I think on their website they have also pictures from the back. This is the cover dress, which is really awesome. I'm saying it again. The only thing, if you make this dress, what you need to think about, and I have my piece with it, I don't mind it because I wear almost all the time a camisole underneath. You will have a little bit of undergarments showing here at the underarm, and my way of fixing this I think it will be to just make but this you'll have to make it in the pattern. So before you cut, just make the side seam a little bit higher and the shoulder a little bit shorter here, because if you make here much higher and you keep the shoulder, you will not be able to move your arm very much. So make the side seam a little bit higher in the pattern, shorten the shoulder seam quite a bit, and then you have to remeasure to make your bands if you want to use the bands. But I made it as it is. Usually I start to change stuff before I'm starting at the pattern. This time I said just try to see what the designer wanted to show, and it worked. It's a really great dress. Oh, we can see here some more details of that blue top. As you can see, it's pretty low here on the side. There is a lot of drape of the fabric. It's very important to have the drape in this one. But again, just put a simple camisole underneath and you're good to go. Here you can see how that belt is coming from the side. As you can see, the back is free and the belt is coming from the inside of the garment. There is a lot of volume. I think fabric is very important in this one. And here you can see the really wide elastic in the back. I hope you can see that. And that's why I said I used only, and they stitched it not every row like I did, every centimeter or something. They stitched only a few times. You can do that, or you can, I'll show you in my dress in the next video. I used only one. And I also skipped this yoke here in the back. Just used one piece. And it worked really nicely. There are some great details. Here you have some ideas how to use the pattern that they give us some in the last few months, pieces from that blazer, to make a little bit, you know, to adjust it, to make something else from it. Here we have a dress, and I'm pretty sure that I've seen this pattern in an earlier edition, or at least similar to it. This is also a really nice one. This one is made for jerseys, of course, jersey fabrics. It has it's a shirt dress with some nice ruching here in the front. I think what is important in this is to have the size right and not what they used modal tricot. The fabric must have, I think, just a tiny bit of body, not a really a thin one, as you have the chance to have a lot of drooping gathers in this one. I think maybe even a cotton jersey will work better, because that one is keeping the gathers a little bit better, and that will avoid that hanging skin look. That's just my opinion. So this is a really nice one. Also as a top I find it really nice, but again, fabric is the key in this one. And we can see it here. Here they used what they call it a jacquard jersey, and I think this is also something that I see here. I think this will be a really nice fabric to use for a top like this. What you need to keep in mind is that a jacquard jersey, for example, is going to be much less stretchier than, let's say, a modal tricot, modal jersey, a jersey with with a lot of stretch, and you can actually see that here is almost too tight for her, while here is looking much better. Well, this armhole is really too high here, but of course we need to remember that the garments are not made to measure for the models, so they are going with the standard size. But of course, because you are making your own, you are going to be able to adjust this. But I really like this one with the little frill on the neckline. It's really nice. And I think from the one that I say that I remember they used it in a previous issue, they had only the dress, and they did not have this variation with a little collar. Then we have the wrap dress from earlier. Oh, they did some really, I think it's accidental, but it worked really nicely, this pattern matching here. As you can see, they use, I think this is the upper part of the, well, not really, because you have, you know, the sleeves are a little bit the same like we have in the cover dress. Only what you need to keep in mind, you see here they do put these lines here in the technical drawing, but there is no separate sleeve. It's just a cut-on sleeve, so you need to keep in mind that. But also this one you could adjust it, as I said in the other one, sew it higher, make the shoulder a little bit lesser dropped, and then you have lesser you know, showing up your undergarments. Then we have another variation. I think it's a variation of this one. I'm not sure how the wrap should be here, under the bust, over the bust. There is, of course, it depends really a lot on the fabric. They use here cotton, but I think this will work, of course, the best in a viscose with a little frill. I really like the sleeve. It's a pretty simple dress, but we all love a nice wrap dress. And here they used, well, they say it's a cotton, but I think it's a satin type of fabric, I suppose. And it's looking really nice. They added a waistband. I wonder if is, let's see if it is really if it's really a wrap, or it has a zipper somewhere, because this doesn't, this looks like it's sewn together. Well, let's take a look. It's skirt 3 B. Where is that? Let's see, if we need a zipper, that means that, well, there is no zipper. Well, I suppose cannot really see that. I don't see how it works, as it looks like, or maybe they forgot. Well, you see, that's happening because they forgot to add here, I'm going to use a pen, they forgot to add here a seam, so we can see that it's wrapping here. Here you can see that it's getting tight, but how it's looking like this, you almost think that it's just a full waistband with a zipper somewhere on the side. But it's not, this is a really wrap dress, skirt. And here we have, I think it's the same, only the front panel is coming to the side, and I wonder if this is really the shape, because this one is looking much wider than we see in the other ones. And here also, here you can see the tie is really on the waist, where it should be also here, but this one is much straighter and I think much modern or something like that. I really like it. They also say that you could use some soft denim for it. Okay, here we can see the models, but we are going to come back in a second here, because we have, of course, some more patterns on the other side, and the kids patterns, of course. Put something here to find it easier. Here we have on one shoulder dress. This could be really nice if it's made in a nice fabric. Oh, I can smell the summer already. Then we have some really nice garments here also. We have a really nice blouse and a really nice pair of pants. There are some really cool details here, and of course made in a linen. It's looking really nice. I really love it. You can see here also, I'm not sure if the pattern pieces are the same, but what they did here, this looks really, really nice. I think this looks almost like one of the Burda jungle styling type of patterns. The pants are really nice also. I really like these details here at the bottom. Don't really see myself wearing something like this, but I can appreciate the pattern nonetheless. This one is the jacket that you've seen, that summer blouse jacket from earlier, made in a linen, I think, yes. And the pants, a little bit cut. I think these ones, they are really nice here. Very nice. Oh, I'm all in the linens and stuff. I want summer. Here we have the same pants. Are the same pants? Let's take a look. Well, I think they are. Only they did something really interesting here with the hem. They didn't sew those darts of whatever at the bottom, but they add a little tab with the button. This is a really nice detail here, and I really like this one. This one is made in, they are both, actually this is linen and this is linen viscose. This is a little bit more drape. I think it works really great. I love the whole thing. Here we have another linen garment, and I will say that this is really actually the same front piece here, a little bit of it as in the cover dress, only they have another cut line for the shoulder, for the armhole, and this is actually something that you could really rework in that other dress, in the cover dress, so you could get a little bit closer fit on the under the arm. Very nice. This one is made in a linen. Oh, this I cannot wait for the summer. Okay, let's see. Here you have a little bit of details of that jungle linen look. You have the pleats in the pants. You have that really cool detail here, as you can see, with that tab and the button. And here they just sewn in some little darts. And the detail for the belt. And this is for the, and this is actually also using the same upper pieces as for the dress. So if you are adjusting actually the shoulder line for on the pattern, you can make all the other looks with adjusted shoulder line. I really like this one. And then we have here some origami items with some pleated details here. You can see here on the neckline, and they show it. They have some extra documents online where you can read how they do this. I'm not a really big fan of this brown fabric, and also this one is a little bit washed out, but I really can appreciate these details here in the waist and at the neckline. And you can see here they have an online video for this. Here is the brown from earlier, made in a blue one, and it's made in a poplin. I don't know. I don't think I have the patience to make this. Look how this is looking really nice. This is such a simple top, but I think because of what they chose as in terms of colors and fabrics. Oops, I dropped my pen. I think it's looking really, really nice. What do we have next? Then we have the kids patterns. Again, I'm almost sure that these are not new patterns, but you know, if you have kids and you don't have other issues of their kids patterns, I think these ones are great for the summer. A little dress with a little skirt. I think this is a jumpsuit. Of course, it's the same upper part with the lower part. You could also make these ones also as pants. Really nice. This is made in double gauze. This one is linen. Then we have a top. Also nice. This one is made in a sequin fabric. And here we have a dress. Actually, I think is using the same pieces, only they made it longer here, and they added sleeves. And I think even in this one it would be really useful to use these ties in the back to keep everything in place. And for the boys we get a really cool sweater. Oh, we have something more. Here we have the skirt. I bet it's a skirt from earlier, with a nice polo shirt. And for the boys, another shirt here, a sweater actually, which is I think is this one here, and with some cool jeans and a Bermuda. And this is it. And this is a little bit of a glimpse of the patterns for next month. And of course I'm going to spoil it a little bit for you to tell you that there are really some really nice patterns in the next one too. So from this one, I will say this is a very successful one. There are some really great patterns here, and if I was to really choose my favorites, well, the first one is going to definitely be the cover dress, which is just awesome. I really like this summer top here with the gathering in the front. I love the denim look, the linen looks with the pants. I think I really need to try a pair of pants like this. I'm not sure they are really suiting me actually, these pleated pants, but who knows. This is also really nice in linen. But I think there is something for everyone. As you can see, pants, there are variations from, of course, these ones you could also make straight legs if you are not really in this little bell cut. And again, I'm going to say it, the cover dress is just awesome. It's just amazing. Definitely. So I hope you enjoy my little flip through of the KnipMode April 2024. Don't forget, I'm going to post very soon also my take on the cover dress. And again, don't forget to give thumbs up to the video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Check out the links in the video description, and I would love to hear your opinions about this issue of KnipMode. Bye everyone!